been around, and you can just tell by all the knowledge that she brings. And my favorite thing about this individual is she doesn't keep that value to herself, right? She shares it with the Sniper Nation family. She shares it through conferences, and she's even the co-founder of the Crypto Babes room within Clubhouse. So if you're on Clubhouse and you're not following the Crypto Babes room, I'm gonna need you to go right now and follow that, because honestly, so much value is dropped. And I'm just so excited to learn from you today, Ashley, Crypto Queen. I'm gonna pass it off to you now.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Honestly, that was an amazing introduction. I was like, who is she talking to? I'm like, is she not talking about me? That introduction was amazing. I'm super excited to be sharing the virtual stage with you today. And I'm so excited. I'm excited to share information. I'm excited about crypto. And today, like I said, I'm really excited. So I need a lot of energy. And what I mean by energy, I need to see the chat blowing up. So please just drop some ones, drop some dollar signs, because that's what I like. In the chat, let me know you're excited, because the more excited you guys are, the more excited I am, and the more gems I just tend to drop. Okay, so I see it going. I want to see it go a little bit faster, but I love it. I love it. I know we have people literally that were joining from all over the world. This is an international call. I'm so excited that to be, in front of you guys, joining, and really just being able to share gems to people internationally that are excited about cryptocurrency. And today, day 3 of the amazing boot camp that we've been having, we're going to be talking about exchange trading, and I'm really excited for you guys. So before we kind of dive right in, I know a lot of you guys are probably hearing my voice for the very first time. So yes, my name is Ashley Wright. I am an entrepreneur. I am also a cryptocurrency educator. Literally, in terms of my story, how I got started in cryptocurrency, literally, I got started back in 2016. And when I got involved, I actually never knew anything about the space. I heard about it through my parents who are entrepreneurs, and I kept hearing them talk about Bitcoin, online wallets, and I'm like, what are they talking about? These people are crazy. I'm like, I've never heard of that before. Digital currency. I'm like, what is that? But I'm like, you know what? Let me just try it. So I took about $300, put it, created an online account, bought some Bitcoin, and then I totally forgot about it for months, right? Just went about my business. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to go back and check on that Bitcoin thing that I put money away. So I went back, logged back in, and when I saw my account, it went from $300 to almost $900 just within a few months. And I'm like, I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened, but I need to do that again. And ever since then, I've just been super excited and have been on a mission to just start educating and teaching people. But as soon as I got involved with it and I was excited to teach, and I was putting it out there on Instagram, putting it out there on social media, at that time, 2016, people thought I was crazy, right? Just like how I thought my parents were crazy, because nobody was talking about crypto at that time. And so I just put myself out there. And as soon as we had that big bull run in 2017, that's when people started to message me, text me, call me, saying, how do I get money into the markets? How do I get into crypto? And so I took advantage of the opportunity, had that light bulb moment, and decided to turn that into a business where now I actually coach and teach people how to get into cryptocurrency, but how to get into cryptocurrency the right way. And that's what I'm going to be sharing with you guys today. So I'm really excited. I see some people commenting on the shirt. Thank you. This is actually from the Crypto Babes collection. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. But nonetheless, today we're talking about trading. If you can, I want you to drop a 1 in the chat if you have never traded cryptocurrency before, right? If you've never, ever traded cryptocurrency, please just drop a 1 in the chat. I want to know who the newbies are. I really want to make sure that you guys get a great understanding of what I'm going to be talking about tonight. And I really want to be able to appeal to you guys as well as newbies in the space, okay? Now, before we dive in, I always have to let everybody know that there are 3 different cryptocurrency income streams. You'll always hear me talk about them, right? Regardless of what you do in crypto, there's only 3 ways to make money with it. And if you don't have pen and paper, you need to get pen and paper right now, else you're gonna be missing out gems, okay? I'm gonna give you guys like 30 seconds to go grab some pens, grab some paper, so you can take down these notes, because it's gonna be a lot of gems and it's gonna be a lot of fast gems just going at you really quickly, okay? So like I said, there's only 3 income streams when it comes to cryptocurrency. The very first one is investing in crypto. This means, of course, you're buying and holding onto those cryptocurrency assets, letting them appreciate over time, right? This is more of a long-term strategy. The second way, of course, we're going to be focusing on today is trading cryptocurrency, where you're buying, you're selling different cryptos in a way that allows you to profit. And I'm going to tell you a secret when it comes to trading, right? Everybody on this call, I'm going to tell you a secret right now when it comes to trading. Most people don't realize that you can make money even when Bitcoin drops. Okay, I'm going to say that again because that is so powerful. You can make money when Bitcoin drops. The other day, when Bitcoin dropped from like $60,000 down to close to $50,000, myself as well as my team, we were able to make money on the drop, right? Which is huge. A lot of people don't even know that. They just think that you only make money when the price goes up. But now imagine trading, you can make money on the drop, which is phenomenal. Now it doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes up or goes down, you're still making money, which is amazing, okay? Now the third and final way to make money with crypto, of course, is finding ways to earn crypto or get paid in cryptocurrency. So if you're trying to maximize and get the most out of the space, you need to do all 3 of those methods regardless, okay? But like I said, of course, today we're going to be talking about method number 2, talking about, being able to actually trade cryptocurrency. And what's really important is, yes, there's a lot of different styles, right? The 2 that we focus on, especially here in the Academy, is of course trading on leverage. And the second that I'm going to be talking about today specifically is trading on the exchanges, okay? So when I talk about exchanges, I'm talking about platforms like Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com, these platforms that allow you to exchange one currency for another currency. We call these exchanges. And now, yes, you may be already on there, going on there, buying one cryptocurrency for another one. You don't even realize that technically you're already trading, right? You're just not doing it on a day-to-day basis or doing it strategically. But if you've ever used any of those platforms to go on there and maybe use Bitcoin to buy, I don't know, Polkadot, right? Or Ethereum or whatever the case may be, you already completed a trade transaction. So congratulations, you're already traders, right? Now you just have to be strategic traders. And I'm gonna start to break down some key things that you need to know, especially for those that are new, okay? But before I do, I just have to ask, please just drop in the chat. Let me know which cryptocurrency you're excited about. Just put one, because I know some people like to cheat and put like 2 or 3, but just drop the name of one cryptocurrency that you're really, really excited about. Just curious to see what everybody's looking at. I see VeChain quite a bit, okay. Omi, yes, all right. Polkadot, XRP, Polkadot, awesome. Perfect. Dot. Some people said Safe Moon, interesting. Bitcoin. I only saw 1 Bitcoin so far. I thought more people would be excited about Bitcoin. We're about to get to like 200, 300K at the end of this year, guys. Come on. I love it. Perfect. So yes, there's a lot of great, exciting ones out there. And like I said, I'm just gonna kind of share my screen so you guys can see, right? There's thousands of cryptocurrencies that are out there, tons, right? And now, yes, we talked about having, investing, that's more long-term, but with trading, you can trade these cryptocurrencies on a day-to-day basis and be able to profit with it, right? And there's a lot of great things that are, that you can do when it comes to the trading aspect. But I know that we have a lot of new people, and I want to make sure that you guys, in order to be profitable as a trader, you need to have a trader mindset. Okay, I want you to type the word mindset in the chat, because that is so important, regardless if it's, if it has to do with success, if it has to do with trading. If you want to be successful at something, you need to have the right mindset and understand what it takes, right? And how to think properly in that situation, right? And think like a trader if you want to be successful at trading, okay? Perfect. So when it comes to mindset, right? One thing that's really going to help you, especially if you're brand new to trading, is reading one of my favorite books called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. This is going to help you to change your mindset and start thinking like a trader. Because if you want to make money, right, as a trader, you need to think like a trader, right? And that mindset is honestly, it's crazy. It's so different. So different, right? It's like you're doing something, like I remember the first time, I'm going to pull up a chart for you guys, because I think some of you guys that are new might be able to kind of relate when I show you this. But when you're looking at a chart for the very first time, when I was looking at the chart for the first time, I'm like, what in the world am I looking at? I just see different colors, I see things moving, and I'm like, what in the world is this, right? It looks like a totally different language. But what happens is as you start to have the right mindset and as well as you start to learn, it starts to make sense to you. And it's literally, like I said, learning how to read a different language, right? Or speak a different language. And a lot of your success will be dependent on the mindset that you have, and your ability to also self-discipline, which is also another key component. So yes, it's called Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas. Okay, it is phenomenal. Yes, you can find it on YouTube as well. That's literally the link that I send to my students. I'm like, this is mandatory if you want to start learning how to trade. Okay, but this is going to position you and set you up properly to have the right mindset. Okay, because if you're learning a new skill, you can't just jump in and expect to be, a millionaire overnight just by trading. You need to understand the market. You need to understand, why self-discipline is probably the most difficult aspect when it comes to trading. Yes, the skills are important, but you will be surprised, as well as you'll learn in your journey, that having the right mindset is literally going to make the difference between you being successful with it or being unsuccessful. And that's why that's super, super important. Okay. Now, the other aspect that I want you to understand is that there are cycles to the market, right? For those that are new, which I know a lot of you guys are, understand that the cycle in terms of the charts and the way that the price moves is really, really repetitive. And I just had to show this because right now, the fact that we're in a bull run, everybody's excited. Everybody's talking about XRP. Everybody's talking about Doge, right? Everybody's talking about some of these other coins that are just trending, that everybody's excited about the trends. But what you need to understand, if, even from an investment perspective, if you want to be a smart investor versus an average investor, as well as for a trader, you need to think like them, right? We talked about that. And another thing that's super mandatory to understand is the psychology of the market cycle. Okay. If you're taking notes, this is a gem. I need you to write this down. Write it down twice if you have to. Okay. This is super, super important. The market cycle and the psychology behind it. A lot of what's happening with a lot of these cryptocurrencies are actually emotionally driven, right? A great example, XRP literally has, of course, seen a lot of movement. But as you kind of look at the chart here, you can see that when it comes to the cycle itself, you always start in disbelief and hope, right? And then as the price starts to creep up just a little bit, people become optimistic. They start to gain belief in it. And then we start to see the price do some amazing things. And that's when people start getting really exciting. They start telling everybody. And then they even get to that point where people believe they're literally a genius, right? They're going to be rich overnight. They're going to make millions of dollars, right? They're going to be able to wake up in like a brand new car or whatever the case may be. They're excited, which is literally what's happening right now, right? And this is right here, this thrill and euphoria. This is where average investors start to get into the market, right? And that's why it's really important for you to understand the cycle, because as you're starting to trade, you will understand where you should be looking for those key areas in the market in terms of being able to, have low risk, high reward trades, which are super important. Okay. So to give you an example, looking at XRP, right? Literally, it was at like 20 cents and then 40 cents for the longest time. But as soon as it went over $1, that's where people start messaging me, texting me, calling, emailing me, say, oh my gosh, can I buy XRP now? Is this a good time to buy? Right? When we're seeing amazing movements, I'm like, listen, you should have bought it at like 20 cents or 40 cents. Now it's over $1. Average investors only want to purchase when they start to see movement. Okay. And where you're going to be able to make significant amount of money is getting involved in projects that people aren't even looking at, people aren't even thinking about, right? But of course, continuing with the market cycle, you'll see complacency, and then the price starts to have a pullback in the market. And as it starts to drop, average investors, right, starts to get really, really nervous. They start getting anxiety, denial, start to panic, because we start to see the price point start to pull back in the market. And this is where a lot of people just start to just sell and say, I'm just going to get rid of everything that I have. Forget about it. It's not happening. I just give up. But smart investors, as well as smart traders, understand that there is a cycle and that you need to buy the fear in the market. okay? I'm gonna give you an amazing example of what it looks like to buy the actual fear in the market, okay? And if you're a trader, like I said, there's a lot of money you can make. You can make money on the way up, and then you can make money on the way down, and then the cycle just goes, goes, and goes, right? It's amazing. But what's really, really important, understanding, right, in terms of how cryptocurrency moves, it's very volatile, right? And yes, like I mentioned the other day, the prices dropped, everything dropped significantly. Average people will look at that and say, oh my goodness, everything is going to zero. They're panicking. They think Bitcoin is over. They want to sell everything they have. And I'm just like over here, like, yes, give it to me, please. I'll buy it. Right. If you're trading, you see those price points and you're like, you know what? This is a phenomenal opportunity to be buying at those lower prices. And let's say that's exactly what you did. Maybe you got in at those lower prices. All of a sudden now, if you look at where prices right now, already we're all back up at top, basically where we started, right? The price jumped right back up, and now you would be in significant profits. And like I mentioned earlier, right, is understanding the market, understanding that we will see those significant drops, which cryptocurrency in particular tends to do. But that's what you want to do, buy the fear in the market. And that's going to really, really differentiate yourself from being, a successful trader or unsuccessful trader, understanding the market cycle and how it works. Okay. If that makes sense, just please drop some ones. If you took advantage of the dip, please drop some ones. Okay. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely did. I'm excited about it. I'm already in profits. Come on, guys. This is exciting. Okay. We're literally getting ready to go on another bull run right now. So honestly, everybody should be super excited, okay? But nonetheless, like I said, you're ready to trade. You want to start trading on the exchange, right? We talked about different exchanges. We talked about Binance. We said Coinbase, Crypto.com. There's tons of them out there, right? These are already platforms that you're already using to go on there and purchase and swap different cryptocurrencies, okay? Now, when it comes to deciding which cryptocurrency you want to trade, understand that not every cryptocurrency is available on every platform. Okay. So what I want you to do, especially if you're brand new, right, go ahead and check out coingecko.com. This is an amazing platform that not only has like literally a list of all the cryptocurrencies that are out there, but now it also tells you which cryptocurrency is available on which platform, right? So now when you want to go out there to trade, you can be prepared in terms of what cryptocurrency you want to focus on and making sure you're using the right platform. Okay. Now, to be very transparent with you guys, yes, Binance is definitely one of my favorite exchanges to trade on. Okay. And yes, like I mentioned, you can use this if you want to actually, start swapping different cryptocurrencies, exchanging, buying different ones. There's a lot of different trading styles on there. But what's really, really cool, especially with Binance, is you don't even have to be ID verified on there to start trading, which is amazing. Okay, a lot of these platforms, you have to give them your name, your email, your address, your ID, everything just to use their platform. But with Binance, you don't have to. The only time you need to do that is if you actually want to buy Bitcoin from them directly. Okay, but nonetheless, they have a lot of different trading styles. But I really want to break down some key things you need to understand when it comes to trading on there. Okay. So yes, I'm going to go back to the main page here, right? So you can, of course, go to Binance.com. If you are in the US, you will have to use Binance US, okay, which is slightly different. But nonetheless, right, you'll be able to go on here and start trading, and you're able to get a good grasp of the market. You can also see that they have different setups if you want something more simple, or if you want to go on the screen that's a little bit more advanced style of trading, you can do that. Another super cool thing, I just have to do a quick shout out, please, is stock token trading. I'm so excited about this. Now you can actually start trading stocks using cryptocurrency. Okay, it's super brand new. Literally right now, you're only able to trade Coinbase as well as Tesla stocks, right? But you're using crypto, and you still get a lot of the same benefits that you would get, actually holding on to those stocks, which is phenomenal. Okay, but nonetheless, I digress. Let's get back to it, right? So of course, you're gonna pull up the exchange, and a lot of them work very, very similar, right? Where you're able to go onto that same, trading screen. And now you get the opportunity to look for the cryptocurrency that you're actually looking to invest in, not invest or trade it, right? So I know a lot of people mentioned a lot of different cryptocurrencies. I'm just gonna pull up, let's look at Polkadot as an example, okay? Shout out to whoever said Polkadot earlier. That is definitely a project that I'm actually really, really excited about. Although, still do your own research, okay? Have to always mention that. But nonetheless, let's say you want to start trading Polkadot, right? And right now, Polkadot is a bit kind of in a consolidating zone right now. But nonetheless, you want to go there, you want to start trading. One of the things why I love trading on Binance is there's so many features, okay? Tons and tons of different features. So yes, if you're brand new, I know the screen looks crazy. There's so many different stuff that's moving, different colors. Don't panic, please. Don't panic. It's all good. But like I said, this is a great place. And even if you're looking to purchase Polkadot for the first time, this is literally the same method, the same screen that you'd go to actually purchase it, okay? Which is super, super important. But like I said, there's different features when it comes to using this platform, okay? So what's really important as you kind of look down here is you'll see that there's a tab that says limit. Now, when it comes to, if you're familiar with like trading on, let's say like MetaTrader 4, right? MetaTrader 4 is fairly simple, right? You just have mainly one style that you'll focus on, which usually is market execution. And they do have some other features. But with Binance, they do have a lot of the same features, but they use different terminology. So you have to be really, really careful once you're starting to trade on here, okay? But nonetheless, let's say you want to do limit order. Okay, this means that you want to actually set the price point of what you want to buy that cryptocurrency at. So in this case, I'm on the screen to buy Polkadot. I can literally choose the price point of what price do I want to buy Polkadot at, right? So kind of going back to that chart, or even if we kind of pull up this one here, you can see that the price went down to a low point of right around this area right here, right? If let's say I believe, or after doing my analysis, I believe the market's going to go back and test this zone right over here, I can go ahead, input that price, and say, you know what, if the price reaches that price point, I want to buy a certain amount of Polkadot, right? So you can actually set it up automatically. And so it fulfills those orders for you while you're sleeping, while you're doing whatever you're doing, and it's automatic, right? The second thing is you want to decide how much Polkadot do you want to buy, right? How much of Bitcoin do you want to use to actually put into buying Polkadot? And what's super cool is it has a scale here. It's not going to work right now because I'm actually not logged in, but you can actually choose how much you want to allocate to that trade. Do you want to use 25% of the Bitcoin that you have, maybe 50%, 75%? You get a chance to actually allocate how much Bitcoin you want to put towards purchasing Polkadot, right? At that price point, which is really important. Now, also, when it comes to limit orders, you can do the opposite, right? You can actually sell at a certain price point. So let's use that same example, right? Looking at the chart here, let's say I'm already in a trade, or I already bought Polkadot at that low price point, but now I want to actually take my profits if the price reaches back at this top level right over here, right? You can set up that order automatically, where now you could be sleeping, you could be on the road, you could be in this meeting right now, and if the price hits, your target, automatically that order will fulfill, which is amazing, right? And literally, you're able to do this while you're doing other things, which is phenomenal, right? Now, like I said, this is really the first feature, okay? There's lots of different styles. The second one is market. Now, market allows you literally to just buy it at the current price. Now, usually for me, I usually only use market if I need to buy cryptocurrency and I don't even care about the price, but I'm just like, you know what? I need to get some right now, right? Then you would just use market price, right? Market options lets you buy it at the current price point, okay? So that one you won't use too much in terms of a trading perspective. The other option would be a stop limit, okay? Now, this is also very interesting because at the same time, you can input, once again, you can input, right? If you look at the limit here, you can input the current price of what you want to buy it at, but you can also input the price you want to sell it at as well, which is super, super cool, right? You can treat this literally like your take profit if you wanted to, or as a stop loss, right? One or the other, that you can actually input it in there. And you'll start to see it's very, very similar, very repetitive, right? You're able to allocate how much Bitcoin you want to purchase at that price point. And same with the other aspects, right? If you want to sell Polkadot, then you can do the same exact thing, okay? Now, to be very, very transparent, the tool and the feature that I personally like to use is called OCO, okay? Now, OCO trading is very similar to kind of how what you would do on MetaTrader 4, where literally you're inputting like a stop loss, you're inputting a take profit, and one or the other, right? It's gonna cancel cancel the trade for you, right? So very same idea, right? That's what it stands for. One cancels other, okay? So very, very simple. Now with this is the one that I use the most, right? So once again, you're able to allocate or input, what price do you want to buy Polkadot at, right? So like I said, looking at the chart, maybe we think it's going to drop and test the zone run. Once again, you could simply input that same price point saying, I want to buy Polkadot if it reaches this area right over here, okay? Now, the second thing you're going to enter is the stop, right? And now could be a little bit confusing if you're familiar with MetaTrader 4, because usually stop would mean like your stop or loss. But in this case, the stop actually stands for your take profit, okay? And even if you try to input it in there, it's literally going to tell you the stop has to be at a higher price point than your limit, okay? So don't worry, if you ever get the mix up, you're good, okay? So the stop, in this case, if I was to take a trade, or if I was to place this order, my stop, my take profit would be up here, right? Because I am going and following the trend. You never, ever, ever want to go against the trend. That's like a golden rule, okay? So once again, your stop limit would be the price up here in terms of what your target is. And then the limit would be very similar to what we would call like your stop loss. So if the market goes the opposite direction, right? And let's say it continues to go down, right? You would enter a lower price point. So I'd probably enter a price point roughly around here, right? As an example. And that's literally what you're able to do. So you're able to have a lot more features, take advantage of all the different price points, and literally get the best of everything, right? We talked about limit, we talked about market, we talked about stop limit, but now it's like all of that in one, okay? Which is super, super important. Now, like I said, same thing, you're able to allocate how much of that cryptocurrency or how much of Bitcoin you want to put towards buying that cryptocurrency. But like I said, there's a lot of great features. And if you're brand new, unfortunately, there's no demo account on the exchange, right? For this one specifically. So you have to be very, very cautious. But because I know we have a lot of new people, I want to talk about one feature that literally will allow you to earn money at the same time that you're learning how to do it yourself. Okay. So what I want you to do, just drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever heard of like a trade alert or a trade signal, any of those, just drop a 1 in the chat because I'm going to show you literally how you can start making money without even knowing how to trade, which is actually crazy. Okay. Okay. I see some people are excited. Anybody else? I want to see some more ones going, guys. Like I said, more excitement. The more excited I am, the more gems I drop, okay? So now I see it going a little bit faster. I like that pace. I like that pace. Not too bad, not too bad. Perfect, perfect. So like I said, I'm going to show you how you can start earning money, right? From trading, even if you're brand new, haven't traded at all, right? Which I know some of you guys already kind of mentioned that you're brand new, which is totally, totally, totally fine. Okay, I'm gonna pull that up. Just 1 sec here. Perfect. Just have to make sure my computer's plugged in for this. Awesome. Okay, so switching gears a little bit over here. So the great thing here with the academy that we're in is literally you're able to get access to trade signals and trade alerts, right? So we already talked about some of the information you need to actually trade, right? But if you're brand new, haven't traded before, you don't really know what to look for, you don't know how to do your market analysis, which is totally fine. But I'm literally going to be breaking it down for you because when it comes to trading, right, and getting access to trade signals or trade alerts, what's really, really important is that they're literally giving you the information you need to start trading, right? So they're telling you exactly which currency to trade, what price to buy it at, and what price to sell it at. Literally, that's it. 3 things. That's all I mentioned, right? Which is super cool. Now, in terms of the alerts, which is super important, right? A part of the academy, they actually give you that information. So what I did is, yes, this is my Instagram. I literally created an Instagram post that shows people how easy it is to start trading with access to trade signals, right? So even if you don't know how to trade, you can copy the information, plug it in, and automatically you're able to start trading with it, right? Now, what's really, really unique and really important is the fact that the Academy actually gives you information and trade signals for both trading on MetaTrader 4 as well as trading on the exchange, okay? Now, I have to just put a quick plug, okay, for those that are listening, you may know why. But one of my favorite educators, a part of the Academy, as well as one of my mentors, Curtis Cobain, is phenomenal. Please, if you know about Curtis and you know he's the GOAT, please just drop some ones in the chat, because honestly, he is just amazing. He has never been wrong yet, okay? But literally, he is the gentleman that gives us a lot of the cryptocurrency exchange trade alerts, right? So I literally remember that he gave us, and I'll give you an example. There was a cryptocurrency that he introduced us to, right? Called Kusama. I'm gonna pull it up for you so you guys can see. And see why we say he's the GOAT, okay? Because when I show you these numbers, please, I'm telling you right now. So a lot of the cryptocurrencies, especially from an investment perspective, right? He would give us great information, right? He's giving us insider information about cryptocurrencies that we can both invest in as well as trade, okay? Now I want to give you an example, right? This cryptocurrency right here, Kusama, which is doing absolutely phenomenal, right? He told us about this cryptocurrency literally when it was, I think it was like last summer, okay? So roughly when it was like $30, right? $30, which is crazy, okay? So we were able to get into that both from an investment perspective as well as trading perspective. And if you look at the gains, the all-time high is $566. Now imagine getting access to that type of information, right? Not knowing how to trade, but he's telling you which cryptocurrency, right? He's telling you when to buy it and when to sell, right? And this is another cryptocurrency. If you wanted to buy it on the exchange, you can, right? Let's go back to Binance. Let's pull it up, right? You can just type it in right over here, okay? Kusama and BTC, whichever currency that you want to use to actually buy it, right? I always love to use BTC, right? So you're able to pull it up, and same thing, right? Getting access to those information, right? Where he can tell you where to actually buy in the market, where to sell, and you're once again able to gain and make profit, make bank with it, okay? Which is super, super cool. Now, I do want to kind of go back and show you what some of the trade alerts look like. Now, like I said, this is literally a screenshot that I took, right, of one of the trade alerts that we had. And what's really exciting about this is literally, like I mentioned earlier, that little secret, you can make money even when Bitcoin drops, okay, which is super, super cool. So in this example, the trade signal is literally like an alert that goes right to your phone, tells you that same information that I talked to you about, right? So in this scenario, you can see that they're talking about Bitcoin against the US dollar, right? Which is super cool. And then they're also letting us know what to sell, right? We believe the price is gonna go down. Now, just keep in mind, whenever we're taking like a sell position, usually that is on leverage trading, so like MetaTrader 4. But nonetheless, like I mentioned, they give you both access to trade signals that you can use on MetaTrader 4 as well as on the exchange, right? Telling you, of course, when to enter the market and when to exit the market. And all you're really doing is taking that information, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. That's all you're doing, right? And you're able to profit with it, which is super cool. So I always like to say, like, I know before I started trading, I was going out there looking for, different academies, different platforms where I can learn how to trade. And every place I was looking at, they're trying to charge me thousands of dollars just to learn how to trade. And I'm like, oh my goodness. But as soon as I heard of the academy with I'm like, only a couple $100 and that's it, right? And I'm getting access to investment information. I'm getting access to trade alerts, right? And even more in the community. I was so mind blown, right? And usually when you finish those academies that cost you thousands of dollars, you only make money once you finish the academy and start trading, right? But you're brand new, so you still have to go ahead and start practicing. So what I really fell in love with the academy is when I realized that even though I was brand new, didn't know what I was doing, right? All I did is copy and paste, and I was able to profit. That's literally how easy it was. That's like a song right there. Copy, paste, and profit. That's it. I'm not a rapper, but maybe I could use that in a line or something like that. But like I said, that's literally how easy it is, especially for brand new people. And that's what I teach my students as well. So I'm like, if you're brand new, especially when it comes to trading, you don't want to go out there and start trading, not understanding what you're doing and losing money, right? It's all about being able to profit as well as preserving your capital, right? Which is super, super important. So you want to make sure there's a good balance between those, right? But also understand that when you're trading, and this is probably my favorite aspect, my favorite thing about trading on the exchange is that you're making money in Bitcoin, right? If you're trading on MetaTrader 4, yes, it's great. You're making money, but it's in US dollars. When you're trading on the exchange, you're taking Bitcoin, putting it into something like Polkadot. When that profits, you sell it back into Bitcoin. Your profit is Bitcoin, right? Which is amazing. That's so powerful because there's only a limited amount out there. And now you're able to earn. And I talked about the 3 income streams for those that wrote it down, right? Investing, trading, and now earning, right? Which is super, super important. Now your money is working for you. And a lot of what I showed you on the exchange is actually automatic, right? Where you can set it and forget it, let it do its thing, which is amazing, okay? Now, as you kind of start to wrap up a little bit, I do highly, highly, highly want to stress that right now, when it comes to the cryptocurrency space, this is like your last chance to get your portfolio right, make sure you're trading, get everything you need to do done so you can take advantage of this next wave. Okay, we are about to take off right now. We are literally about to take off with crypto over the next few months, right? And if anybody remembers when Bitcoin was like 20K, it went from 20K to 60K real, real quick. So when Bitcoin moves, it moves fast. It doesn't wait for nobody, okay? And so before, like I said, before that wave comes, you wanna make sure you take advantage of it and do everything you can to position yourself to make money, okay? And get the most out of this wave, right? So I don't know about you guys, but I know a lot of you guys are seeing your portfolios. They're looking really good. You're excited. But the goal, and I'm going to be very transparent. I hope that's okay. If it's transparent, if I can be transparent and be real with you guys, just put a yes in the chat because I want to get your permission first, right? That I can be 100%, 200% transparent with you guys, okay? I have to just double check I have your permission, please. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. 300%. I love that. I love it. So the reason I ask is because I want to be really transparent with you and understand that yes, we're seeing gains, but the goal is not to make an extra $5,000, to make an extra $10,000, an extra $20,000. The goal is to make generational wealth type income, life-changing type income, right? We're not here just to add like one more zero. I want to add a couple more zeros, right? That's what it's about. And just like how we had that bull run back in 2017, a lot of people were there. Some people got involved, but all they made was just that little bit of, extra $1,000, $5,000, $20,000. You want to make life-changing income. That's what it's about, right? And now, what our goal is to help people to make even 6 figures this year at minimum, right? We have people that are already hitting 6 figures. Kudos to you. Please just drop the word 6 figures in the chat if you're excited. Because like I said, you have to speak things into existence. Speak it into existence, right? Put it in front of you every single day, right? As a reminder to yourself that you are on a mission towards generational wealth. You're not in this to make $10,000. You're not in this to make $20,000, $50,000. We're talking life-changing income. And when people start to ask me, why I'm so excited about crypto, it's because this is an opportunity for the average person, a regular person, to make and create generational wealth. This is why I'm excited. I've seen people, I had a message from one of my students that's in Nigeria. He took one of my crypto academy classes. I was talking about some investments and stuff like that. And he sent me a message and told me that his financial situation was not great, but he used the money, joined the program, was able to actually start investing and got the knowledge that he needed to be strategic. And now because of cryptocurrency and the profits he was able to see, he started to use that to pay off some of his debt. He was able to change his situation. And that's the opportunity that I'm talking about. The average person able to create wealth and create income using cryptocurrency. But like I said, yes, you want to make 6 figures, 7 figures, even some 8 figures. I see people, Suzette, I see you, right? But you have to make sure you don't miss it. You have to make sure you do not miss it. You don't want Bitcoin to get to 200K and you look back and you're like, man, I wish I invested more. I wish I did more. You have to do more now, not later, but right now. Because when they take off, it takes off quickly, right? Really, really, really quick. So I really want you guys to understand that yes, if you want to get the most out of crypto, you need to do all three, right? Invest, trade, earn. But understand that trading will allow you to make money now, while your investments will help you to make money later. Okay. So, like I said, guys, I know there's a lot of great information. I'm super excited. This boot camp, this entire week has phenomenal information, lots of different topics. I'm so excited. On the same time tomorrow as well. But before we wrap up, I always, always, always love to end calls with affirmations. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really, really a big believer of speaking things into existence. Like literally everything that I have is because I've spoken and I've put it out there, right? So before I end any call at all, I always love to say and I always love to remind people that when you look at your dreams, when you look at your goals, when you look at anything that you want to accomplish, please, please remember that it's possible, it's necessary, and it's worth it. I'm going to say it again. It's possible that you can achieve them. It's necessary that you achieve them. And right, like I said, possible, necessary, and it's worth it. The most important thing is that it's worth it. So thanks, guys. I'm super excited that you joined today's amazing session. We have a great information happening once again tomorrow, same time, same place. But nonetheless, guys, thank you for joining. And as always, we'll see you at the top. Have a good night, everybody.